So according to PBS News, study says Trump proposed time limit for low-income housing might likely to affect working families and children. Hold up, let me think about it. I know this has been a talking point for a very long time by the elites about pull yourself up by your own bootstraps, make sure you know what I'm saying, get off of Section 8 housing, right? And this has been a talking point for them for quite some time. The problem with it is there's way more white people in America than black people. With by proxy, there'll be more white people inside of these subsidized housing than black people. So it isn't a race thing on paper. But the optics of it make people look at it with a peculiar eye. But let's get into some of the pros and cons of what can actually happen if they enforce a 2-year limit on Section 8 housing, the Ps, the projects. Let's get into it. Some of the pros: it will force people to not abuse the system. What does that mean? That means that people will be forced to say, okay, I know my time is coming up. I need to be at least trying to better myself in order to get out of this wave of not making enough money so I can afford a different place to live. And that is a pro to me. Another pro is it frees up resources. There are thousands of people, millions of people all over the nation who need these resources, right? So you may have some people there who are abusing it, right? I'm not saying it's a perfect system, but there are people out there who actually need it. And it could free up a lot of resources for people that are literally living on the streets homeless. And the only pros that I could think about also to add to this is that maybe there's going to be another superseding plan to where they're going to be helping people get into these higher paying jobs, which I know they have certain plans out there where they have like work restrictions and stuff like that. Well, like work requirements in order to keep your voucher. And maybe it could be a better system in place because they take this away. Now let's get into the cons of it. Y'all don't want to hear this one. The risk of homelessness, right? If you kick all these people out, where they going to stay? They not staying at your house, Trump. They're not. They're not staying at the Trump mansion. No, right? And again, we saw what the Democrats did with the migrants. It could be a disruption of stable housing, right? At least someone had somewhere to go to sleep, to go to school, to learn. At least they had a place to go. It's untested, right? It's basically ineffective because they have not been tested before, right? So doing pilot programs right now isn't the best thing to do during the economy where it is the rent is super high, to the pathway to home ownership is way more treacherous. So this can really potentially be a more serious issue that can be created by kicking these people out on the streets after 2 years. And again, who are you going to get to kick these people out? We've seen what happened with the migrants. A lot of people are going to be protesting over that. So then now you want the people who you didn't want in the migrants, now is going to be out there on the front lines fighting with them. And again, this all could be a cover up for the Jeffrey Epstein. Peace.